Hey everybody, Sneak Beat back with you, getting ready to come down here and apologize for Bingo being such a spoil sport, using a little bit of deception to get his way. Um, Hope everybody's having a great new year. Oh, and we'll go ahead and get back on this Bingo Boffin thing.
Be wary, traveler. Orcs have come down from the mountains.
You've come back, I see. What did your friend think of the Golden Host's adventures in Mirkwood? You explain Bingo's deception and give Calendar the Hobbit sincerest apologies. The elf nods sullenly, but there's a smile on his lips. Bingo must have a low opinion of the intelligence of elves if he believed I was truly fooled by his deception. I was not, but it takes a large heart to admit such a thing, and my refusal to bear him across the river was born not of malice, but of concern for his safety. I accept his apology. I may also have the solution for his hunger. Give him this small packet of limbus along with my well wishes. I think the one will cure his hunger and the other may assuage his guilt, for I imagine the latter is the truest source of his curse, and once forgiven, I expect he will be fine. That is my guess. All right. Well, I guess we're back to find Bingo. Go ahead and stay with me just on this since we're just starting this off. The nice thing about Lord of the Rings, and I say this every time, is just being able to live in the world of Tolkien. I mean, totally immersed in it, looking at the beautiful golden wood, here in Lothlorien, riding a war steed, going through the Shire, waking your way through more and more dangerous areas. I just love it, and I'm going to continue to play it as long as they're going to have it out here, I'm sure. I mean, I'm an old guy. I'm 50 something years old. Not ashamed to say I'm a 50-ish year old man playing a video game. I play this one and a couple others, but primarily this is my my go-to escapism from the world. And being 2020 was what it was. Hopefully, we'll have a better 2021. And I'm getting close to Bingo, so we'll go ahead and stop the modeling talk and actually see what Bingo has to say about this limbo spread.
He accepted my apology? Ah, lovely, lovely.
I am glad to hear it. What's this limbus? How interesting. It looks to be a type of cake. A little plain looking. It is a gift from Kalangoth? Bingo takes a snot bite and nibbles at it for a moment. Oh, I did not expect it to be so delicious. How filling. My, this limbus has quite cured my curse, if such what it was. It is good to have a full belly, for now I'm ready to travel down the great river in search of further adventures. Next week, the banks of the great river. All right, we're going to go out there and we're going to find Bingo.
My belly is delightfully full.
Banks of
and
the Great
I am
River.
ready to continue our journey.
I have spoken with a few elves here, and they have told me of a small outpost to the south of Lothlorien. The outpost is called Hollandrith, and the folks there can guide us as we move south along the banks of the Great River. Are you ready to go, Snigby? I'm very curious to see the scenery, and I'm hoping for a little more sunshine in the grim canopy of Mirkwood provides us. We can definitely do that. So, Great River. And I need to come down into here. I think I've got that travel spot. Thinglod. And I'm going to put you on pause. I'm going to go make my way down to Thinglod, and we'll be back with you in just a second. All right, so I had to come down here to Stangard to make my way back up to Thingard. But I think we'll be there when in a second. And let's see if we can find Bingo here. Looky there. Hey, Bingo.
I should write down my impressions. Oh, my ink pot has run dry.
Oh no. That was a brisk, enjoyable walk, and I've already noticed a change in the scenery when we leave the Golden Wood behind us. The trees here are still lovely, but they are smaller and their beauty is different sort than those of Lothlorien. I should write down my impressions before I forget to do so. Bingo takes out his jar of ink, removes the stopper, and stares inside with dismay. My ink pot has run quite dry, Sneakby. There's only enough ink remaining for the very briefest description, and that simply will not do. Do you remember the books you brought me from Peneth? One of them spoke at great length about the art of the elves. They must know a thing or two about importance of ink. in creative endeavors, and perhaps they can lend us an ink pot's worth. Ask some of the folks here at Hollowed Earth, see if any of them have any artistic bent. They can help us. And he's arrived at the great outpost along in Hollowed Earth. Oh, there we go.
I do not have any ink, but I may still be able to help.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Sigby. And I sympathize with the plight of your friend Bingo, for ink runs dry when the ideas still flow truly as a sad occurrence, one which I'm too familiar. I must confess I do not have an ink pot for your friend, for this outpost is a place of watchfulness, not of creation. But I still may be able to help you. You see, I know of a way to make a high-quality ink from the ingredients found along the banks of the Anduin. If you grind up a certain type of dark mud with special riverside reeds, you can obtain a thick pigment. Adding water to the pigment will produce a high-quality ink that should serve your friend well. Do as I instruct. He will be writing again with little delay. And there's Bert.
I have collected many fine items during my travels.
Going with the snake. Cool. All right, let's see what the snake looks like. Ew. He's following me. He's following me. That's a fast little bugger. All right, no snakes. Go away. I want them, I can find them again. All right, so how far do I need to go? Now they're back up that way. Got it. Well, more gathering of stuff for Bingo. Got to get some reeds and some mud. Whee! Whoa, gonna crunch that one. You know, it's actually too nice a day since we've been in Mirkwood for me not to do this. Let's see if we can find it. Looky there. Gonna do some fishing. See a trout. What do I catch? I caught a minnow. Yay. Which one of these do I want to? Okay, what am I going to be equipping here? That's what I'll be equipping. Okay. Fun times, fun times. But back to finding mud and weeds. You think I went the wrong way since I'm swimming? Nope, there's some mud and reeds. Need some more reeds. Not going to swim this time. Walk around. More reeds. Come on, reeds. We got some more reeds up here. That should do it.
Stay a moment.
Don't need any of that, but it's interesting to know that she was out here. All right, make our way back to Bingo, and we'll see where we end up. There's the entrance. There it is. You grind the ingredients. Ooh, grind. And need to get some water. Bring the ink. Here you go, buddy.
I wonder if there are any points of interest nearby that will suit my book.
What high quality ink. I cannot believe you're able to make such a fine ink so quickly and with such common ingredients. This must be the ingenuity of elves, truly. I will get to work writing once again. Could you ask Mariver if there were any points of interest nearby that would suit my book? Be sure to tell him that I'm writing an account that should be exciting and true. So I hope any place he suggests we write for adventure. Okay. See if we can find some more adventure here.
For Bingo to have come so far, he must be a formidable adventurer.
Bingo wants to know great interesting places to explore along the Great River? Well, there are a few locations you might find exciting, but I cannot guarantee his safety. I suppose if he's come this far from his home, he must be a formidable adventurer, or be in the company of one, Sneakby. To the south, you can find the old burrows, which were once the home to the peaceful creatures of nature. They have recently been claimed by ferocious wargs, so if Bingo wants to see them, he would be wise to do so with caution. To the southeast, you will find Foul Mall's Den, where lives a mighty bear, Gravecoat, but black of heart. You would be wise to stay away from Foul Mar, but he is a tremendous size, and an encounter with him might make for a thrilling chapter in Bingo's book. All right, we can do that. I think we've actually seen these guys before. As it is, we'll go and have an adventure so Bingo can write it down in his book. The old burrows have been overrun with wargs. Bingo writes furiously. Glad we're on this fast war horse. Let's run by these orcsies here. Ran my horse into a tree. Not good. Foul Den reeks of bear and decay. Bad. I know we'd seen him before. Walk the bingo at Hoth. Back up there? Well, I guess we gotta go back up there. Crunch. 30-second cruncher, too. Da-da-da. You're back. Ooh, hold there, buddy.
I wonder why my other door did not suggest we visit the nearby Rohirrim outpost.
Something occurred to me while we were exploring the old burrows in the Foul Mall's Den, Stigby. There's an outpost of Rohan not far from here. The Maevador did not suggest we pay a visit to the folk there. They're neighbors, but I wonder if there's some bad blood between them. It would have been rude to ask him, so I do not regret failing to investigate further. But I think I would like to pay a call on these neighbors when we set forth again. It'd be nice to get a full picture for the situation here along the Great River for my book.
The outpost of Starngard is very near, but none of the elves will speak of it to me.
That's not very neighborly. Do you think there may be some unfortunate sight behind these poor feelings? It may have taken me some time to return Poppy's ball of twine or Merrimack's teapot, but I did eventually. You think something similar happened between the elves and the Rohirrim? Let's go south to Stangard and ask someone about it at the front gate of the outpost. Perhaps we can ease these poor feelings in some way, Sneakbee. If we cannot, at least I'll say more material for my book. But I hope we can help. Okay. Back to stand. Oh, I got a muster in Stangard. We'll go ahead and just do it. No. You said the gate, so Stable Master might be the quickest way to get there.
What do you need?
Good choice, since I have dismount. There we go.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
You halflings may have come to Stangard with a desire to see our lands, but this is not a holiday retreat. There's nothing here for you or your friend. You are not the first peculiar visitors have turned away at this outpost, though you certainly are the shortest. What is it that draws such unwelcome guests hither? This very morning, a rough and uncouth woman sought to gain entrance in Stangard, and I turned her away as my duty. You'll find her somewhere to the northwest. Perhaps the three of you can journey with haste away from Rohan. When I last saw her, she was headed to the direction of the First Stand's camp. Maybe the three of you will find your way to some other land. Not very hospitable, is he?
Well, that was quite a rude greeting.
Indeed it was. Perhaps the animosity between the elves and the Rohirrim is not a result of the borrowed unlights returned after all. This fellow does not want me to come inside. I will respect his wishes, but perhaps we should find this woman with whom he spoke and see if she's in need of our help. Sabert may not care if she runs afoul of some beast, but he feels some responsibility if it should happen. He said she went northwest? All right. So we go northwest. Bingo, hop on. We'll meet you there. And that's a 16-second. Of course, I'm allied with Stangard, so he should have let me in. He shouldn't have been so... How rude. Of course, if I'd done this at the right time, he still wouldn't have liked me, so... A tall woman. Who is it? She's definitely taller.
I would advise you to avoid Starngard if you've not come from there already.
Feet hill orcs throughout the Wailing Hills. Okay, I can do that. I bid you welcome, travelers, and would advise you to avoid Stangard if you have not come from there already. The men of that place do not recognize their own friends or allies, even as they have need of them. I'm Landguard of the Land of Beorn. She's a Beor. And I have set forth from the Vales of Anduin at the command of Grimborn. Orcs threaten the shores of the Great River, and someone must beat them back. The men of the Rohan cower behind their walls, and they refuse my offer to help. They are fools. If I return to Grim Beorn with this tale, I am certain he would send me elsewhere and leave the Rohirrim to fend for themselves. But the Vales of Anduin are not far from here, and any victory by the orcs here might endanger my own home. So I'll help the fools of Stangard, whether they accept it or not. You would help me in this. Defeat orcs throughout the Wailing Hills, and I'm a skin changer, more incapable of felling these foes, but it seems the supply of them is never ending. All right. So we have to go kill some orcsies, huh? I know where there's some orcsies. I have already found some orcsies. That's 3. That's 4. Boom. 7 already? I told you I knew where there's some orcsies were. 8. Nine. Look at him hopping after me. 10. 2 more. I saw one up here. Tyler. Come on, there's one more. Oh, I didn't hit it right quick enough. I have to remember I'm in a range stance whenever I get back to busting with my buddy. All right, back to it. I wonder what she'll think about us knocking out 12 of them this quick. Hmm? Ooh.
Longhaar helps those who refuse her help. Extraordinary!
I have seen more than my share of orcs by now, Snigby. We are truly making these lands more safe with each meeting, aren't we? It's good we encountered Langdar here instead of continuing elsewhere. She's the first Bjorn I've ever met, and she is not what I expected. There have been stories about her people even in the Shire. Many of them portray the line of Bjorn as being bloodthirsty and angry, more beast than man. It is true that Langdar has no mercy for her enemies and does not speak well of the men or Stangard. But I am moved by the realization she cares about her duty, and despite the outright rejection of those who serve it. She helps those who may refuse her help. I wonder how many of us will do the same.
I saw an eagle in the skies to the north.
Find the secluded clearing where the eagles landed. Very good, my new friends. You have done well to fight the orcs, and certainly better than the cowardly men of Stangard could have done. I too fought orcs among the Wailing Hills, and I'm searching for foes to defeat. I saw an eagle in the sky of the north and watched it ascend to the stand of trees. The eagle has been on good terms with my people for many years. We should go to him and learn what he has seen from the heights. Such knowledge might be used as I seek to accomplish my task. Now, this eagle is pretty cool. I didn't know this was up here when I was playing years ago. But this time around, I was just up here and happened to come across it. And it was like, whoa. So I've seen this before, but I think this will be an interesting development for us. And I love the way that they work this into the storyline here. Let's see if I can find my way up this hill here. I gotta go around. Look there. A pair of eagles. And the reason there's a pair is because I helped free Melindor. So that's why you see two here. And if you'll notice, I'm on the Landerval server, and Landerval is the eagle it's named after. The server's named after. Greetings, little hobbits. You'd be wise to use caution in these lands, for you are bound to the earth and many dangerous beings crawl there, eager to do you harm. Indeed, some of these foes aim their weapons skyward, intending to do us harm as my kind as well.
I have never seen one of the great eagles before, let alone two of them.
Will you look at that, Sneakby? Ooh. I've never seen one of the great eagles before, let alone two of them. What an honor. Have you ever seen such majesty before? And they can speak. Bingo stammers with excitement. Do you think they'll give me interviews for my book? Would not even know where to ask them, but I have to think of something. Oh, I am so nervous. I hope to not embarrass myself. They seem so wise and well-spoken, and I am just a small hobbit from the Shire and feeling smaller than usual. That is cool.
We should give Bingo some time to speak with the eagles.
Okay, we're going to give Bingo some time to speak with the Eagles before I continue this quest. I'm going to go ahead and cut it here. I think this is a really good place to call it a day. Let's see if I can get a screenshot here. There we go. F12. Turn the names off. And F11 is a screenshot, if I remember correctly. Yes, it is. All right, guys, this is Sneakby signing off. Have a great day. If you think about it and want to give me a subscription, I'd sure appreciate it.